One of these SUVs will be perfect for your family. The other will cost you thousands and regret. Let me show you which is which before you sign anything. The 2025 Kia Telluride and Toyota Grand Highlander sit at the top of the three-row SUV market. Both promise space, comfort, and reliability. Both look stunning in a driveway. But underneath the sheet metal, these are fundamentally different machines built with different priorities. And if you pick the wrong one for your lifestyle, you will feel it every single day for the next 7 years. I have driven both of these SUVs extensively. I have loaded them with car seats, road trip gear, and everything a real family throws at a vehicle. What I am about to share is the unfiltered truth that dealerships will never tell you. Let us start with powertrain, because this is where the first major decision point lives. The Telluride runs a naturally aspirated 3.8-liter V6, producing 291 horsepower. It is smooth, proven, and predictable. The Grand Highlander offers two choices. The base engine is a 2.4-liter turbo four-cylinder, making 265 horsepower. But the version most buyers want is the Hybrid Max, pushing out 362 combined horsepower from a turbocharged hybrid system. Here is what this means for you. If you want effortless power and better fuel economy, the Grand Highlander Hybrid Max delivers something the Telluride simply cannot match. We're talking about 34 miles per gallon combined versus 23 for the Kia. Over 5 years of ownership. That gap adds up to thousands of dollars. But if you want that traditional linear power delivery without hybrid complexity, the Telluride keeps things simple and familiar. Now, let's talk about the space where your family actually lives. The Telluride measures 197 inches long. The Grand Highlander stretches to 201 inches. Those 4 inches matter more than you think. In the third row, the Toyota offers noticeably better legroom. Adults can actually sit back there without their knees pressed against the second row seats. In the Telluride, the third row is functional for kids, but genuinely uncomfortable for anyone over 5'8" on longer drives. Cargo space tells a similar story. Behind the third row, the Grand Highlander provides over 20 cubic feet. The Telluride gives you just under 18. When you fold everything flat, the Toyota opens up to 97 cubic feet versus 87 in the Kia. If you regularly haul sports equipment, luggage for extended family trips, or bulky items, the Grand Highlander handles it with less compromise. Interior quality is where Kia has built its reputation over the past 5 years, and the Telluride still delivers. The materials feel premium. The design feels intentional. Every surface you touch communicates that Kia took this seriously. The Grand Highlander responds with Toyota's latest interior philosophy, which is cleaner and more modern than previous generations, but still a half step behind Kia in perceived richness. The Telluride cabin simply feels more expensive than its price tag. The Toyota feels appropriate for the money, but rarely exceeds expectations. Technology integration shows interesting contrast. The Telluride runs a 12.3-inch touchscreen with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It responds quickly, and the interface makes sense immediately. The Grand Highlander uses a 12.3-inch screen, standard on most trims, with a 14-inch option on higher levels. Toyota's system has improved dramatically, but still feels slightly less intuitive than the Kia setup. Both offer strong sound systems, but the Telluride's Harman Kardon option edges out the Toyota's JBL package in overall clarity and bass response. Safety matters when your family is on board. Both SUVs deliver comprehensive standard safety suites. Automatic emergency braking, adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, and blind spot monitoring come standard. The Grand Highlander adds Toyota's Safety Sense 3.0, which includes improved pedestrian detection and intersection support. The Telluride counters with an available blind spot camera system that shows your blind spot directly in the gauge cluster when you signal. Both are excellent. Neither leaves you compromised. Reliability and long-term ownership is where many buyers assume Toyota wins automatically. Historically, that assumption had merit, but Kia has transformed over the past decade. The Telluride has posted strong reliability scores since its launch. The Grand Highlander is newer, so long-term data is still developing. Toyota's hybrid systems have decades of proven durability behind them. If you plan to keep this vehicle past the 100,000-mile mark, the Toyota hybrid powertrain represents a known quantity. The Telluride's conventional V6 also carries excellent longevity expectations, but without the fuel savings. Pricing deserves honest examination. The Telluride starts around $36,000 and tops out around $52,000 fully loaded. The Grand Highlander ranges from $44,000 to over $58,000, depending on trim and powertrain. That is a meaningful difference at entry level. However, when you factor in fuel savings over typical ownership periods, the Grand Highlander Hybrid Max closes that gap significantly. Here is the decision framework. Choose the Telluride if you prioritize interior richness, value at lower trim levels, and prefer a traditional powertrain without hybrid complexity. Choose the Grand Highlander if you need maximum passenger space, better fuel economy, and want Toyota's hybrid reliability backing your investment. Both SUVs will serve families well, but only one matches your specific priorities. Get this right, and you will love your SUV for years. Get it wrong, and every payment will remind you. Subscribe now so you never miss another comparison that protects your next purchase.